It's official. I've been on YouTube for 1 year. So here are a few things that I've learned and a few things that I'm going to try and do in my 2nd year here on the Ben Grimsley Woodworking YouTube channel. So first of all, I want to tell you the story about why I started this YouTube channel. Since I was probably 12 years old, have loved woodworking and building, construction in general. I used to build tree houses when I was really young, probably in middle school, and would build some pretty impressive tree houses, all kinds of woodworking projects. I loved building things with my hands. Eventually, as I was kind of growing in my knowledge of woodworking, continuing to accumulate more tools, I decided maybe I should start to make some videos of different projects I make, because I always have kind of had this fascination with filmmaking and shooting videos and video editing. And so I thought, hey, I love these two things, woodworking, I love video editing. What if I put them together and created a YouTube channel? And so that's exactly what I did. And about 2.5 years ago, actually, I uploaded my very first video on what is now this channel. I remember the day I posted it, I had filmed it, I think the same day that I posted it, and it was about me building a desk. In fact, this video is still on the channel if you want to check that out. And so young Ben just was building this desk away. I edited it up really quickly and I posted it to YouTube, and I think I went to dinner and I said, I'm sure when I get back, I'll have at least 2,000 or 3,000 views. And I think that'd be pretty good for my first video. I got back home from dinner, I logged into YouTube Studio, and I had 0 views. And I was devastated. I was like, I worked all day building this desk, filming it, editing this video, and no one watched it. And so that discouraged me so much. I did not touch the YouTube channel for about 1.5 years. Fast forward 1.5 years later, one day I was randomly on my YouTube Studio app. I just thought, hey, I wonder what that one video I posted is doing. And so I logged on and I saw that it had actually picked up maybe, not a lot, maybe a few hundred views. And it just kind of grew very slowly over a long period of time. And so I thought, what if I just don't even pay attention to how many views I'm getting? I just start making videos, I make each video 1% better than the last one, and I just play the long game with this. And so that's what I've been doing. And so that was about 1 year ago, and so I've been consistently on YouTube for 1 year. One of the things that I learned is that being a content creator on YouTube is extremely difficult. I really thought that I would even that first video, I thought I'd post it and people would just watch it because it is there. And what I've really learned is it takes a lot of work to create videos that people want to watch, that are interesting, that are helpful for people. And that's of course what I strive to do here on the channel, but it takes a lot of work. And so I've learned a lot. I think I've grown a lot. Hopefully the videos I'm making now are so much better than that first video that I made over 2.5 years ago, and hopefully my woodworking skills have improved as well. So that's looking back. What I want to do for a few minutes is just kind of look forward to some things that I want to do on the YouTube channel here in the coming year, in year 2. First of all, I want to make some shop updates, and I'm going to bring you guys along for all of these updates. One of the updates I want to make is actually right behind me. I'm sitting in front of my table saw, and there is no outfeed table. And I have a saw stop. I love the saw stop brand, but I have been putting off this project for long enough. And so in year 2, I'm going to be building an outfeed table and probably getting rid of my current workbench and using that floor space and moving it to an outfeed table that has cabinets, maybe even electrical. It'll be a pretty in-depth build that I'll bring you guys along for, but that is something that I absolutely want to do. Another thing that I'm going to be doing in year 2 is kind of ramping up what I do with CNC routers. I actually have purchased my first CNC, and you haven't seen it yet because I don't have it up and running. I haven't learned the software like I want to before I bring you guys videos on working with CNCs. But I don't ever envision myself doing projects completely with CNC because that almost feels like cheating, but I definitely want to incorporate CNCs into some of my current projects. I have some ideas on how I would like to do that. And yeah, I'm a beginner with CNCs, and so I'd love to bring you guys along for that ride as I'm kind of learning about CNCs myself. One more shop update I want to make is get my router table up and running. A while back, We got a router table here in the shop, and the plate, the install plate, does not match the plunge router that I have here in the shop, and so it's going to take some metal work and some drilling some new holes and running the dust collection over there. It's going to take a little bit of work for me to get that up and running, but if you've seen me make videos on cutting boards, charcuterie boards, picture frames, whatever, you've probably seen me using my palm router for everything, which works okay, but the dust collection is terrible, so I move it outside, and it's this whole ordeal, and it's just not good. It's really bad, actually. And so router table is coming this year. So those are things that I want to bring you along with. So if you're interested in CNC, outfeed table, router table, stay tuned for that, because that's gonna hopefully all be coming this year. I also have some projects in mind that I want to tackle this year. If you've seen my channel or a lot of the videos on my channel, I focus primarily on smaller woodworking projects. These are projects that sell well, that are good for beginners to intermediate woodworkers, like cutting boards, coasters, picture frames, charcuterie boards. All of these projects, they're just smaller. And so this year, I'm gonna continue to make some of those videos and some of those projects, but I want to dive into some larger projects. I want to have a series on coffee tables with waterfall joints. That's kind of a project that's in the docket for me right now. I would love to do some bar stools and just maybe even some modern like indoor Adirondack chairs, if that makes sense, with some upholstery elements. So these are all projects that are rattling around in my head. I'm trying to think through the design of them, think through how I want to build them, what materials I want to use. But these are all projects and more that I want to get into in year 2. One more thing that I want to do on the channel that I hope will be helpful for all of you watching is compile an online store, probably through Amazon, where I have all of the tools that I use that I really enjoy, so that if you're ever watching one of my videos, you can go down to the description and click on it and then see all of the tools that I use. And of course, anything I ever put in my description, it is a tool or a product or a service that I believe in. Honesty is just super important to me, and so I'd never want to say, hey, this is a great tool, this is a great product, if it's actually not been good for me. And so I only put things in the description of all my videos that have really helped me in my woodworking, and I want those things to be helpful for you. So I've told you about some things that I want to do in year 2 of Ben Grimsley Woodworking, but I want to hear from all of you. One of my favorite parts of having this YouTube channel has been interacting with all of you in the comment sections. I hope that whenever you ask a question, I can find the time to respond and say, hey, here's what's worked for me. And a ton of you have also given me some super helpful tips on how I can improve my craft. And so hopefully it's a win-win. And so if there are things that you would like to see on the channel, I don't view this as this is my YouTube channel. I view this as this is a community of woodworkers. And so let me know, what projects would you like me to take on? Maybe what tools would you like me to try out or review? Let me know in the comments. I really would love to hear from all of you about what I can do to make this channel better for all of you. Hey, year 1 was a lot of fun, except for that first part where I posted a video and it got no views for a year and a half. But besides that, year 1 on the channel was so much fun, and I can't wait for year 2. And I want you to be along for the ride. So hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments, what would you like to see more of or less of on the channel? I will be reading those and reviewing those. Hey, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.